It's your boy Random Randy Savage. And the reason I'm doing it on a weird Thursday night is because, well, to be honest, I got the COVID shot on Sunday and I have just trying to get back in the groove of things. So far, so good. I've only had crazy headaches and no super strength or super speed. Although the mind reading is getting a bit harder to do, but that's fine. I was expecting it to go away. But let's not talk about that. We're going to talk about this. That was a weird segue. I don't want to do that. Let's try this. Recently, DMX passed away, and by happenstance, the randomizer chose that I should do the movie Belly. I thought that was appropriate. I let it pick 3 movies, and then I choose one of the 3 movies that I like. And so I was like, no, this is perfect. I've never seen it, but I have seen Belly 2. So, and I was like, and even in the episode, I asked, should I watch Belly 1 to watch Belly 2? And the Wikipedia said, no, you don't have to watch that because they're not congruent with each other. They're not the same movie. And I was like, okay, cool. So we watched Belly 2, and you can listen to the rest of that episode and that review as well. This is about Belly, the original movie. So let's go ahead and I want to just show you the trailer, and I'm going to give it into the final verdict pretty quick because I feel like we're going to need to. All right. So let's pop over. There he is. Oh, that's the Belly IMDb. And let's give it a listen. Oh shit. Now I could see how Belly 2 was like, yeah, what we need to do in our movie is a lot of voiceover and a badass who just talks like this. But I was worried because so far I can't see anything in this trailer. I don't know about you guys, but that's how the movie was. I couldn't see shit. I was like, oh, this is gonna get rough. This is 60 seconds. Yeah, let's just go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the tallies, and I'll explain more about this movie. So let's go ahead and let's see how many brothers just ate it throughout this whole movie. Let's go ahead and get into our body count. Yeah, that body count. That body count. On the body count, I got 19. 19 dead. I feel like there might have been more because it was unsure about 1 or 2 people that were they got shot but they fell over, and then there was a big shootout in the middle of this movie, and I started I was just counting my fingers okay, and then I ran out of fingers I just gonna okay, but then that guy didn't make it. But all right, so let's get into everyone's favorite subject, the nudity. Let's go into skin deep. It's about to get skin deep. I just wanna see a little feet. Just show me that booty. Just a little bit of titties. Right now, right now. So there's a strip, there's a club scene in the beginning, and I glanced upon 3 different sets. I don't know, and throughout the rest of the movie, you don't see anything else, as far as I can tell. 3 sets in the beginning of the movie, and I was like, oh, there's going to be a bunch of this happening off. And I was like, oh, cool. No, that didn't happen at all. Stupid phone. Anyway, let's go ahead and find out who my favorite character was. The Covenant Joe Grizzly Award.
Let me introduce myself. I'm Joe Grizzly, bitch.
My Joe Grizzly, it kind of changed in the beginning, in the middle of the movie. In the middle of the movie, it was gonna be Ox, and then when Ox had his scene, I was like, this is my favorite character, because He added, he showed up with the story. He intensified the story. He added another B story on top of it. And he was true to what he said he was. He was the original Jamaican rock star man, yeah. And like, he went out as such. I was like, oh shit. But I also kind of I want to give it to Keisha too, a little bit. Just a little bit, not a lot. I'm going to give it to Ox for sure. Ox is my favorite character in this movie. I didn't understand half of what he said, but I still respected him because I knew he just looked dangerous. And the fact that his 4 IMDb credits are this one and then Shotsta and then 2 other gangster movies, I was like, yeah, of course. I feel like you might not be an actor. You might be one of those guys who just lives the life and just like, I'm on movies, because I'm a movie star. But let's go ahead and get into our final verdict. All right, guys. I feel weird sometimes when I watch these movies because it's like an education to me. It's always an education to me. Because growing up in North Carolina with a white stepdad, I didn't get a peek at any of these movies growing up. I didn't understand this is the bubble I was in this whitewash bubble and this like kind of like universe that was created around me that I saw of these things, but I did not understand the reasoning or like even go into more of why these things have happened. I only say that to preface that I'm going into this movie with only the knowledge of what I've had so far. As this person who's seen this right now, as a 35-year-old man who has watched hundreds of movies now, and like a few of them, those black classics that we're trying to get into. And I've seen a sequel of this, which, spoiler alert, is disrespectful. Is disrespectful now that I've seen the original. It's disrespectful. Like, what were you thinking? Bro, like, imagine if you will. I'm just gonna try to make it clear to all my white friends out there. Imagine if somebody had shown you Mighty Python and the Holy Grail, and it just ended up being 5 guys on brooms, and or the sequel to Mighty Python and the Holy Grail, 5 guys on brooms, and the jokes aren't even funny. That's what Belly 2 is in compared to Belly. Like, that's the... What? Starting off, I was on the fence about whether to give this 1 knee pad or 2 knee pads. And then I got to the end of this movie and I was like, it's got to be two knee pads now. It's got to be 2 knee pads now. Holy shit. What the fuck? Okay, let's go into it. I'm going to go ahead and let's switch over and I'm going to explain this whole fucking movie. All right, cool. So, the 2 main characters, let me see if I can get to, there we go. Let's get to the picture so I can show you. We got our 2 main guys up front. We have Nas, I'm assuming, and DMX, okay? This, DMX plays the character Tommy, or Buns, and Nas plays the character of Sin, or Sinclair, okay? So, and Tommy he's the bad influence. Like, he wants, his only goal in life is to have more money than the last 10 minutes. That's it. That's his only goal in life, is to get more money than anything else. And like, Sin's character arc is more about just, he gets 1 book in his head and he's like, what are we doing all this for? Like, how are we going to, like, if we keep doing all this running around and gunslinging and shooting things and blowing guys up and like being, gangster, like, yeah, eventually we'll have all the nice things that you have, but like, we'll be dead. We won't be able to enjoy any of it. We'll eventually life will catch up with us. And Tommy ain't hearing any of that bullshit. He's like, fuck knowledge, fuck books, fuck reading. And that was like the first 30 minutes of the movie. And then he's literally in the bathroom. He's in the shower, right? My man here, DMX, is in the shower. And he gets on, apparently MTV not only gave you great music videos, but they also gave you up-to-date news on the hottest drugs that are about to come into your city. I don't know why that was a thing that MTV did, but whatever. I didn't like, sure, that's exactly what they did. Whatever. But MTV apparently was like, yeah, drug news. And Tommy gets it in his head that he's going to be the next fucking drug kingpin right here, man. So he talks to my favorite character, fucking Ox, Lennox. There he is. And like I said, he is the original gangster. He's got the Tony Montana fucking house. He's got the fucking he's got maids. He's got money. He's just got weed on the table, like as hors d'oeuvres. And he's like, I can get you what you want, man. I was sorry, that was a wrong country altogether. Sorry. I'm not gonna try. He's like, I can get you what you want. And it's like, and I really expected Ox to be like, no, now you work for me. And Tommy's like, he hates that and tries to take out Ox. I thought that was where we're going. Doesn't happen at all. I was like, okay. So where are we going? Everything kind of hinges on one particular character who in my mind is like, and I had the same thought running through my head. It's like, what are we going to do with all this money? What are we going to do with all this time? What are we going to do with all the drugs? And I was like, I don't understand. I feel like sometimes I watch these movies and it's like, if you were in the drug game, you're in the drug game, right? And you're in the drug game for life. But why not have an exit strategy? There's never an exit strategy, right? But apparently Sin was like me. He's like, eventually this shit's going to hit ahead. There needs to be an exit strategy. Like eventually he gets it in his head that he needs to stop running with Tommy because he's crazy. He wants to go into heroin now. What the fuck? I was happy just robbing like criminals and just selling weed. I'm okay with that. You want to be a drug kingpin? No, that's not happening. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to be the drug kingpin. And it's like, and I'm trying to find the character who just fucks them all over, but I don't think he was in here. He's not pictured. Nope, that's not those. But it's like, there's a character I think called Black. Black. He's kind of like not in, not out. He's not entirely sure where he wants to be in this movie, and they fucking fuck with this guy. And I thought in my head, that guy's a snitch. That guy's gonna snitch on all of them. That's the plan, right? That's the goal. Is he gonna snitch on all of them? Hang on, let me just. There it is. Oh, he's only in this movie. No wonder I didn't get no pictures of him. Anyway, so Black definitely snitches on all of them. And now that they're in the huge heroin ring out in the fucking flyover states, then the feds start coming in. Because, you fuck with the white people in the middle of the country, they're going to get pissed off about it. Whatever. So, and there's another character, Knowledge, who has a brother or a cousin named Shamik, played by Method Man. I actually like this character, and I almost feel like he's invincible. Because somebody ratted them out. They have no idea who it is. And I was like 20%. I was pretty sure it was Black. But then now that I think about it, it might have been the other heroin guy in that area whose name was Rico. And Rico did not like having competition. So that's exactly probably what he did. He probably snitched out on, Tommy's operation. so that they'd be out of his way, which makes sense now that I think about it. But I don't know, because like Black was still pissed at the end of the movie about the thing, about being like disrespected by Tommy. And like all of Tommy's problems end up being Sin's problems, even though Sin barely does shit in this movie. He doesn't do anything besides one robbery, and he doesn't like, he's not in the drug game. He's totally out. He's like, this is too much. I'm out. And he just starts reading more books about, you know, finding yourself. He finds religion, and he gets all in his head about the struggle. And he's like, no. The only way that us as a people are going to survive is that if we like not kill ourselves, essentially. That's what he gets to. And it gets so wonky because the feds show up to try and take out Tommy, and Tommy goes on the lam and ends up just getting arrested anyway off of some dumb bullshit, which honestly was really some dumb bullshit. And I'm going to switch over because there's nothing interesting about this. Okay. And actually, maybe I can find that clip. I want to see if I can find that clip. No, I'm going to go. That's it. This is the first. This is the trailer. This is like the first 2 minutes. Okay. Well, anyway, it gets all wonky because at the end of it, when Tommy's in jail, he's got a plan now. His exit strategy: get out of New York, go to Africa, go back to the beginning and go to your roots, learn more about your culture and all that stuff. He's going to get in his head. He's going to try and make a better life for himself. And my brain was like, this guy is going to die because there's never been a movie where you're a gangster and it's like, after this last score, we're totally going to be free from all of this bullshit. There's never good, like, what movie have you seen where that totally works out? So in my head, I'm like, Sin's dead. Sin's dead either by accident or by Tommy's hands. It's going to happen. Either somebody's going to think Sin is Tommy, or because Tommy gave up Sin's name as his alias to the cops. So I was expecting the cops to shoot Sin for some bullshit that Tommy did. So somebody, I'm not going to say the government, but somebody who's white shows up in this movie. And they give Tommy a situation. Somehow Tommy got out of jail, posted bail for, I don't know, like being an accessory to a homicide. I don't know how he got bail out of that. No one was giving him money. But somehow Tommy gets free and he's got a mission now. We want you to get close to this guy. And the closer you get to him, the better. And before he gives this specific speech at New Year's Eve, we want you to make sure he doesn't make that speech. And it seemed kind of like odd. After watching Judas and the Black Messiah and reading about started like the first 10 pages of Malcolm X's biography, I was like, this seems awkward. Because it seems like they don't have seems like somebody's just using the same fucking playbook. But I digress. Tommy, who apparently the only way to get closer to this minister, because his name is the minister, the only way to get closer to this minister, he has to study. And he studies, and he reads, and he indulges, and he gets an awakening, an unlocking of his mind, and sees the light, and he understands. He gets it, right? But he remembers that somebody got him out of jail. He remembers that somebody's waiting for this guy to not make a speech. So he goes back to Sin and he reconciles and he says, I'm sorry. You were right the entire time. We needed an exit strategy. We needed a way out. And it's like, I found mine. I'm going back to Africa. Then it turns out Shamik and Knowledge are still trying to find Tommy because they got fucked over in the losing of all the heroin stuff. And Ox got killed by some other fucking Jamaicans and shit. And like somebody has to pay for all this. And Tommy apparently fits the bill. So there are literal threats coming after Tommy, and he's just circling around Sin trying to make reconciliation. And in my brain, I was like, here it is. Here's where he dies, right? Black shows up, finds Tommy at a barbershop, or finds Sin at a barbershop. There's a shootout. Sin gets shot in the leg, but doesn't die. We're going to Africa right now. We're going to wrap this shit up and get on a plane right now. It's a 16-hour flight. Fuck it. Okay. Whatever. What? Shamik finds out where Tommy's girlfriend is. Goes to her house. Roughs her up. And I expected her to give the goods. Because she's been hating on Tommy the entire movie. And he's not deserving of her. Literally, he's not. He is not a good guy. But then he gets to the point where he gets saved, literally saved. And I was like, even in American History X, this doesn't end well for that guy who got saved. How is this going to end? It's going to end in only one obvious way. He shows up, he's got a gun at the minister's face, and the minister looks at him and goes, I sent everybody away. I knew you were coming. If I can just get 10 minutes of your time, you can make a choice. I'm going to give you a choice. Salvation or damnation. And he makes a big speech about how this is it. This is the battle that we are having to face. The battle for the soul of the black man. Our own destruction in our own hands. And we have to come to the realization that we have the power to stop it. And we have to stop treating our most valuable resource, the black woman, like garbage. And it's just like, Tommy's just sitting there with a gun pointed in his face. And I'm just like, someone's going to come and shoot you in the back of the head, right? It's like, that's what's happening next. And a bunch of guys show up with guns. And the minister's like, no, stop. I think he's okay. And Tommy cries, hugs the minister. That's the end of the movie. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? How is that the end of the movie? What? How? In what gangster movie have you ever heard of anyone being saved by Christ and be like, I guess I'm done now? And that's it. The end of the movie. What? That never happens. And I was just sitting there like, what the fuck? I did not expect that. I did not expect that at all. And another disrespect from Belly 2 to this movie. Belly 2 was shot on an iPhone 4 held by someone with early stage Parkinson's. This movie was shot like a music video, and it's shot like a music video in every single frame. And that scene that in the car ride is dark and you can't see anything like that, but it's garbage. But every scene that has it's shot well. It's shot well. It is shot with purpose. It is shot with thought process. It's shot, there are a lot of close-up shots, but I'm like, no, it's highlighting skin. It's it's showing the struggle. He's literally sweating. And I'm like, there's meaning behind this cinematography. There's stuff going on. There's thought process here. They went to Jamaica. I'm assuming they went to Jamaica. All the other shots, they could not, one was in Nebraska, the other one's Atlanta, and all that stuff could have been still in New York. But I feel like the rest of it, definitely New York. Shot in New York. I can tell that much. And it's just it was shot well. It was shot well. It was lit beautifully. The story still kind of fucks my head a bit. And I'm just like all other gangster movies, the bad guy dies. Or not the bad guy, but the main character, the protagonist, except for Goodfellas. And he hates it. That's a living death. And it's this movie had a happy ending. That's what fucked with my head. It's I expected a tragic ending. This had a happy ending. I was like, what the fuck? I've never seen a gangster movie that had a happy ending. It always ends up terrible. And I was like, this is fucking two knee pads. It has to be. There's no other way around this now. Because it's like, I expected one thing and I got completely railroaded and got the other thing. And I was like, what? This isn't, what? And it's like, DMX does DMX. He does his thing. But it is not like Cradle to the Grave. Or Cradle to the Grave was, every line was DMX doing DMX. No, this was more like he tried. He was DMX and he was thoughtful. When he was in front of like Ox, he was respectful. He had a different tone. Like, no, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then when he finds religion, it changes. His voice changes. Sin, not so much. Sin was there. He gave a lot of like his voiceover, his exposition, all the same cadence as every single scene that he's in. He's given mentorship to a kid on a bench, the same cadence that he gave whispering sweet nothings to his girlfriend. The same fucking cadence and tone. And I was like, oh, you're the weak link in this movie, bro. But I mean, it's not, we barely see him. So it's like, okay, maybe you're just not an actor. That's cool. Whatever. Fucking Method Man, apparently, he took 3 shots, a shotgun blast to the chest, walked away. I don't know how he did it. Apparently, he's Luke Cage. That's where that comes from. That's why he was in the Luke Cage season. He's like, yeah, I got shot in the chest too with a shotgun. I just walked away. Fucking shit. Every time I find one of these movies and I'm like, why did I not see this earlier? I could have watched this. I could have enjoyed this movie at an earlier time, but it's fine. I enjoy it now. And it's just like, this movie is going to be not for everyone. I'm going to be upfront about that. I feel like there's a certain audience that it's for. That's fine. It might be my audience. I don't know. It's not for cinematographer. It's not for this, the cinephiles. I'll go with that. But it is, if you like gangster movies, yeah. This is a gangster movie for sure. Oh, what's up, Rob? What's up, B-Rob? Rub your trousers, happy ending. No, not that kind of happy ending. It was just such a weird. It was a weird turn to see a gangster movie. This was a quintessential gangster movie that had a happy ending, and I've never seen that before, like never seen it before, and it really kind of like holy shit, and like it was so like if you've seen that Rick and Morty episode with the meta device with Dan Harmon's circle of the journey, and that like how it ends, where it's like the only way this ends is so outrageous that we're saved by Jesus Christ himself. And I was just like, what kind of movie? What movie would that work in? Bro. I was like, but I mean, I gotta tell you, here, I'm gonna show you. I gotta show you this picture because I was like, fuck. And you fucking around. It made me mad because I was just like, I said, you're making me mad over here, bro. You're making me mad. Oh, she's not even, okay. Hang on, let me go back. Just, Tommy's girlfriend in the movie. I wrote it down as like a thing. It was like, it seemed, Tommy's fucking around with this 16-year-old who texts her. It was like, it texts Tommy. And I was just like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? I know you're a gangster and shit. But look at this shit. Look at that. Oh, wait, hang on. You can't look at that. I'm going to switch. Oh, yeah, again. Look at that. Look at that. No way. Not in a million years. Okay, maybe The Usual Suspects. That's a good, like, but again, that, I feel like that was I feel like that might have been like the exception to prove the rule. I finally have guys in the chat, by the way. It's like super late. Yeah. I was like, the fuck? For a 16-year-old gives you blowjobs, bro? What the fuck? But then, like, I thought this was going to be like, oh, she's out. She's going to leave. DMX, like, she's fine. She stays the rest of the movie. She goes to jail for him. I was like, God damn. Rough Riders indeed. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry. But it's like, oh man. I don't know why. I felt like I was hesitant to watch this movie. And I don't know why I was hesitant to watch this movie. But I feel like this was actually a really good movie. And the more I talk about it, the more I'm like, I know she wasn't 16. I'm just saying. Just like, in the movie town. Yeah, that's what it was. You ain't blue. You showed her where the party was at. It's like what? Most of the scene she's in, she's like sweating and glistening. And I'm just like, this is amazing cinematography. This is amazing. This is next level cinematography. Yeah, that's what happened. All right, chat. I was about to wrap up, but it's fine. All right, let's see. Let's wrap it up. Oh, man. Yep. I was like, fucking hell. Anyway, that's it, guys. That's the movie, Belly. I'm glad I saw this. Movie's incomplete. It's incomplete? Belly was incomplete? What? What was the last third of the movie? I'm curious now. Hang on. Let's go back. Let's see. Maybe it's in the trivia. Hang on. Is it in trivia? Let's go back and take a look at the trivia, guys. I'm curious now. Why? I feel like this fucking movie made... Yeah, released in 1998, set in 2000, the next year. Okay. Original story. That's fair. Well, obviously. Okay. Really? Disrespectful. No trivia about any of that. I kind of figured this one. The scenes. This one. I mean, I'm not going to be a dick about it, but it's like, yeah, we're smoking weed, guys. Whatever. Did Hype Williams do another movie? There wasn't a lot that wasn't filmed. There's not a lot. No, I'm sure there was. Now I'm curious. What? What? Why not? But this is like, isn't this one of those classics? Why would you not, like, yeah, I'm making another one. He never made another movie? What the fuck? Coldplay, he directed some other stuff. He did, like, music videos. Okay, well, that makes sense. But he didn't make a movie? He could have made a movie. There's a lot of fucking videos, though. Shit. God damn. A lot of fucking videos. There's a TV short. Love Evan. What is it? I'm confused. I'm convinced now. Kanye. I mean, Gotham City. I don't know. Probably got a bad taste in the mouth. Nah, that's fair. Yeah. But then, like, now though, he could make his own movie, right? Indies film, like, it's fair, whatever, man. It's fair. That makes sense, though. It's like, if you get a bad experience with one of these movies, and you got to do all this other bullshit around it, like, nah, that's fine. All right. Now I get it now. It's like, I make one movie and They wouldn't let me. They took out a third of it. Fucking assholes. No. I'm impressed though. This, like I said, this movie, in comparison to the sequel, disrespectful. The sequel is so much disrespect on it. Oh my God. Like the movie, spoiler alert to the review that we did on Belly 2. It's bad on its own. I already knew that. Never seen Belly before. It's bad. And now I watch this movie and I'm like, I didn't realize how bad. I was mad when I watched it. I was mad when I was watching Belly. I was like, you fucking asshole. Did you not watch the movie at least and be like, yeah, we could do all that, right? We just get a director guy who does music videos. Whatever. Pays whatever. Whatever. Man, it's like that's almost as bad as like the movie made by Quentin and then featured by Quentin. It's like sometimes they're awesome, sometimes they're shit. But it's like, yeah, that's true. I've only, like, when I was working at Hollywood Video, I would only see some of these movies just walking by. The movies, yeah, I knew it sucked from the movie poster. I followed the career in the 20s and actually got to work. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's a Fortnite skin. That made sense. Yeah. Like, literally watching this movie, like, oh my God, this is garbage. Oh, okay. I'm going to wrap it up. I did all the other stuff. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys. Thank you guys in the chat. I'm sorry. I'm not good at like announcing when I'm doing these. It's normally on Sundays, Sunday nights. That's when I do them. But like I said in the beginning, I was like, I got my COVID shot and I didn't feel like doing shit. I was like, sucks. And now I still, like last night I had a huge headache and I just like, I don't know what the fuck that was about. But I woke up, so I was happy. I'm like, all right, maybe it's, not the worst thing. I just drank some more water and had some Advil. I was good to go. But thank you guys so much. I will try. Let's see. I was supposed to get this one out today. I will try to get you guys again on the 9th. That'll be no, not the 9th. Let's call this the 16th, actually. The 16th, I'll try to hit another one of these. Yeah. I'll try to hit this on the 16th. If you want to let me know which one to pick, all the ones that you haven't heard me on are up for grabs unless I've seen it already. So, like, let me know, and I'll tell you. It's like, yeah, I've seen that already. Usually the more popular movies, like, but I haven't seen Teeth yet, so we'll see. All right, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Oh, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Cult45 Podcast. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube here on YouTube. Yay! All right, that's it. Bye.